You are taking a live look right now at a pretty dark sky. We've been seeing some rays of sunshine peeking through those clouds that have stuck around most of the day. And here now at 6:30, we're now moving into severe weather threat territory. Thanks for joining us here this evening. I'm Alex Dieter. We're joined with Chief Meteorologist Mallory Schnell. And Mallory, today was declared a weather impact alert day.
Yes.
What's kind of the timeline of the rain and the tornadoes that we could see tonight?
So we're starting to see that line of severe storms sneak into our northwestern counties this evening. Still looking like most of us will see those strong storms between about 7 p.m. and midnight tonight. You can see it's just starting to clip into Bedford, Indiana right now with some strong winds up to about 60 miles per hour and the potential for some quarter-sized hail. The good news is along that line right there, we don't have any tornado warnings, but this is certainly something that we have to watch even with a line of storms, because once you start to see a few kinks in the line, that's when you could start to have some rotation that could lead to tornado warnings and potentially actual tornadoes being verified here. But take a look at this wide swath here of these storms that are firing up out ahead of a cold front. A lot of lightning associated with it, which means it does have some power with it. We have an estimated 1,350 strikes just along this line that will continue to push from west to east. Now, most of Kentuckiana not included in the tornado watch. It was stopped just off to our west and north, but you can see where this stretches. We did have a line all the way up to Chicago. That has been allowed to kind of taper off once that line moves through, but this is stretching from really the Great Lakes down through Memphis, Tennessee, over into Arkansas as well. And as I mentioned, zooming in a little bit closer, just our northernmost counties from Bedford over to Seymour, Indiana, included in this. Much of us have yet to be added to a tornado watch, but we will let you know if we do get added to that. In the meantime, we do have that fuel. Temperatures have been in the 70s for much of the day today, even with that cloud cover out and about. And take a look at the dew points, something that we haven't had in quite some time. Dew points in the 60s. That means the humidity has been increasing as well out ahead of that cold front. So this is certainly an area that we are watching. Once again, 7 p.m. to about midnight. That seems to be our main time frame. We are included in that level 3 out of 5 of the severe weather outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. So make sure you do have several ways to receive warnings. Of course, we will be watching it for you, and we'll have more updates throughout this newscast, and we'll cut in throughout the evening as necessary. Alex.
Thank you, Mallory. And now is the time to download the free WHAS11 app. It'll send you the latest notifications of any severe weather right to your phone. Plus, if you were to lose power, we stream all of our newscasts so you can stay up to date. And new tonight, changes are coming to a portion of Southern Parkway in an effort to make it safer. That portion of the road stretches from West Woodlawn Avenue to Taylor Boulevard and New Cut Road. WHAS 11's Clarice Shaley and photojournalist Aspen Hester heard from a local business owner today about what they'd like to see changed on the busy road.
I can see the traffic, especially during the rush hour time.
Having a business at the corner of a busy street like Southern Parkway has its benefits.
People, especially at this light, a lot of people don't have patience.
But Nagad Cafe co-owner Mohammed Aiden sees the drawbacks on safety. This portion of Southern Parkway is a part of the city's high injury network. This is one of the reasons Aiden plans to attend a meeting for public input organized by Metro government as they begin the process of revamping part of the parkway. This is the beginning of where the redesign of Southern Parkway will happen, right here at the intersection of West Woodlawn Avenue onward, transforming the 4-lane into a 3-lane road. Wait. Aiden says he'd like to see more accessible walking paths and agrees more lighting needs to be added from the Woodlawn Avenue intersection to Taylor Boulevard and New Cut Road.
Walk sign, Southern Parkway.
But as a driver, he'd rather stick with the 4-lane road.
If you take away one lane and if it's still busy, I don't know if that's going to deter people using other routes, or if it's just going to clog it up here.
Factors to consider while working to make Louisville's roads safer. This stretch of road has had a number of serious injuries and a death in the last year. In Louisville, Clarice Shaley, WHAS 11 on your side.
The city is hosting a meeting for public input on April 9th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. at the Beachmont Community Center. There will also be drawings showing the vision for safety improvements and connectivity for drivers, pedestrians, and cyclists. New tonight, we're learning a second person has died after a crash early yesterday morning in Hardin County. 2 teenagers were killed after they were ejected from a car during a rollover crash around 2:30 Saturday morning. 1 teen died at the scene. Hardin County Schools identified him as Tristan Schroeder. The driver, 17-year-old Gerald Lyons, was air evacuated to Louisville, where he later died at the hospital. In a statement posted to social media, the school system said both of the teenagers were juniors at Central Hardin High School, saying in part, quote, "They both had the promise of bright futures and both were incredible young men. We all share in the pain and the sense of tragic loss that these families have. Losing anyone is horrific, but the loss of 2 young lives cuts us to our core," end quote. Counselors will be available for students at the school starting tomorrow, Monday. 2 other juveniles were in the back seat of the car and received minor injuries.